was during a school field trip to the mountains that the following was caught on camera. Now it's worth noting that the exact source of this clip is unknown. It seems that whoever took this video was most likely either a student or a teacher who was accompanying the students on this bus. But as it seems, someone or something else had also been accompanying the group, or at least stayed close to them. Throughout the entire video, no one on this bus notices anything strange during their trip. Whether distracted by the mountain scenery via the bus window or the large dash cam inside the shuttle, no one had noticed the thing that appears during this recording. See if you can notice anything strange in this clip. Watch closely. Now at first glance, it seems that nothing unusual appears inside the bus. And actually, that's true, because what was captured doesn't appear inside, but instead, outside. If it weren't for the live dash cam inside this bus, this wouldn't have been captured. Pay close attention to the TV that's linked up to the dash cam. In front of the bus, a mysterious figure passes by. Whether walking or running, something about its movement seems quite unnatural. It just seemingly staggers across the bridge as if limping or tottering before disappearing. But by far, its appearance is the most uncanny. Whatever this is doesn't appear to have a torso. What looks like a pair of moving legs are only seen on camera, but the rest of the body, nowhere. Now because there isn't much info on the video, it isn't known if anyone else had spotted the figure, but if they did, it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that this would have scared the living daylights out of them. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one. On July 20 of 2023, a radio station in South America was airing a live broadcast that left many viewers feeling disturbed. The footage was broadcast online, so those who tuned in were totally creeped out. In the broadcast, viewers were introduced to a special guest named Antonio Zamudio, who according to the host is someone who's had a history of paranormal experiences. Antonio talks about these experiences, but when he talks about one instance involving a clown doll, the whole studio goes quiet. Viewers could tell that the atmosphere in the room had changed. Everybody was feeling unsettled, and even more so when Antonio showed footage of the clown doll. In the video, Antonio shows a close-up of the clown, which he says was given to him by a family who found it at a garage sale. But after they took it home, things got very strange. They decided to give it to Antonio given his experience with the paranormal. But one night, after setting up static cameras to record the doll in case anything strange happens, he captures this. Somehow, the doll moves on its own. Looking closely, it appears to move by itself at an upright position before running across the room. Understandably, Antonio was just as baffled as he was terrified. It made sense now as to why the family seemed utterly spooked about this doll. Something wasn't right with it. To this day, Antonio says that he keeps it locked up in a glass case, given what happened that night. It's unknown if anything strange has happened since then. But until any updates are given, the question remains. Just how exactly did the clown doll move on its own?
A woman named Alejandra works as a waitress in a restaurant, and one day while eating on her break, the CCTV camera captures something chilling. While she's eating, something suddenly pulls her hair as a few of her hair strands suddenly go up. She then looks around but sees nobody there, so she just gets up and goes home. She thinks it was just a coincidence, but only 3 days later it happens again. This time her hair isn't pulled, but something moves it down, and it happens once again. Her hair suddenly tucks inwards, and each time she felt something touch her hair. But at this point she says she is used to the weird feeling, so she just looked up at the camera to see if it caught it. Her colleagues have also mentioned hearing strange things in the restaurant alone.
He was working late at night when he sees this. A disturbing video was captured by a man who was doing deliveries during the late hours of the night. When dropping off an order, he sees something straight out of a nightmare. From an apartment window, the man sees a strange person dancing alone in the late hours of the night. The person's eerie movements and their ominous appearance left many viewers creeped out. Considering the event took place at around 3 a.m. makes this footage even more unsettling.
Now, the following video was posted by a mother who's concerned for the safety of her daughter. It was just recently that something highly unusual was caught on camera. This recording was taken inside her bedroom, where other strange occurrences have happened. A common occurrence is her daughter looking scared at a specific spot inside her room. The mother states that it's almost as though something is there. Whatever it might be, it's causing her to feel extremely unsettled. One time, she came bolting into her mother's room after claiming to have heard a woman scream. The mother was baffled as she didn't hear anything when it happened, but when looking at the footage of when it took place, she saw this. A scream all of a sudden is heard on camera. The shriek had seemingly come out of nowhere. Her daughter, in absolute fear, runs out as fast as possible. Now, while it could be that someone hacked the camera, the mother doesn't think so. Given her daughter's strange behavior from before and other odd occurrences, she thinks that something supernatural occurred. But as always, what are your thoughts on this? Is this evidence of something paranormal? Or is it something else?
He was recording the fog that's plaguing the US when he sees this. A man named Scott Ritter was working near a dock in Ocean City, Maryland. When he decides to look at the ocean, he begins to notice something strange hiding in the fog.
I'm working this job. I came out on the deck to look at the ocean, and I saw this semicircle of lights that keeps flicking on and off. What the f*** is that?
From above the clouds amidst the dense fog, he captures this strange circular object covered in spotlights. What do you think this could be?
It's late at night when a group of friends record footage inside a house that they're deeply afraid of. The house in question belongs to the grandparents of one of the friends. His name is Alex Sample, and he believes that something unexplainable was encountered by him and his two friends. During the time of this recording, Alex's grandparents were on vacation, so no one else was home except them. But despite having each other as company, they couldn't help but feel scared. The house had a strange ambience. Now, this feeling of unease only got worse because after a couple of hours, this happens.
Okay, so we heard something upstairs.
Bro. You're joking.
Go.
Fuck that.
Go. Where's the light?
Alex?
Bro, it's so cold up here.
So,
No.
can we go home? What the f? Turn it off, bro.
Alex, what the? Bruh. Bro.
Oh my god, sorry.
Oh.
I wanted you to see.
Strangely, a musical carousel plays on its own. The three friends have no clue as to how the musical toy could have gone off by itself. The atmosphere of the place, combined with the feeling of unease they experienced beforehand, ultimately brought them to the conclusion that this was paranormal. But whether or not that's so, this video is still pretty creepy. If no one had touched the carousel, then how exactly did it start playing? In the early 2000s, there used to be an abandoned asylum in Massachusetts known as Danvers State Hospital. Before shutting down in 1992, the asylum had an estimate of 3,000 patients, all of whom were severely mentally ill and poorly treated. Nurses who used to work here recall seeing horrifying things that continue to haunt them to this day. From patients walking around in their own filth due to a lack of basic hygiene, to patients receiving forced lobotomies that would often leave them in a much worse state than before. Employees of the Danvers State Hospital are haunted by these terrible memories. However, aside from the past, the asylum is infamous for being extremely creepy. After shutting down in 1992, teens would come here after hearing rumors that the building was haunted. Although this next video wasn't taken by a trespassing teen, it was taken by a curious security guard back in 2000 whose job was to look after the historic building. But little did he know that he would capture something very strange while exploring the basement of the asylum. Take a look. It's a bit hard to see at first, but as the night guard pans the camera to a room inside the basement, a shadowy figure can be seen moving slowly inside. The guard doesn't notice the figure until much later after rewatching the footage. Naturally, he was left shaken up after seeing what appears to be a slender-looking silhouette walking further into the room as if trying to hide from him. Mind you, the basement of this building is completely inaccessible to outsiders, so there's no way that a trespasser could have been inside. It's no wonder that viewers believe something supernatural was captured. But of course, the question is begged, just what exactly was caught on camera? Whether ghost or not, it remains a mystery as to what was captured.
Dude, what the fuck?
The moving chair wasn't the strangest thing he caught on camera that night. Most people would have never gone back inside. He did. And that's when he heard something that made him leave for good.
Who's there?
The music stopped the moment he called out. He immediately ran back outside. Later, he posted that he left the house and spent the night at a friend's place. He never tried to explain what caused the chair to move or who was playing the piano. Now it's your turn. Type 1 if you think this was paranormal. Type 2 if you think it was staged.